Eight.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to tear through. Hopefully, they group up a little bit, but the Reinhardt's gonna make it so that Junkrat's gonna be hard for Junkrat to get through.
Yeah, well, Junkrat fries when they're nice and close to together, so
Yeah,
maybe we'll see.
True.
Maybe we'll see this Goats comp fall apart. Maybe it'll stand strong.
Definitely. Yeah, and you running very standard comp with Mercies and Reinhardt Zarya combo, which you see a lot on King's Row.
The question is it going to be enough heals to be able to deal with this Goats comp?
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna if the VV pulls it off right, they're just gonna get pushed into a corner, which makes it very hard to retake.
I'm going to expect that they're going to go straight through Hotel, come around the back, and just crumble them from behind. ANU's not going to be able to do too much against that. Even if they damage boost in Discord with the Junkrat, we might not be able to see, might not be able to tear through all that.
Yeah, but VV not running a Roadhog, which is what I thought usually makes up for a lack of damage, I guess. Even though I'm sure there's triple tanks and Brigida.
Like the Zarya and Reinhardt are definitely the key picks for a Goats comp, as well as the Brigitte. The thing, running the Diva instead of the Roadhog is an interesting pick. I guess against the Junkrat is actually going to be able to do quite a bit of work, but it's not a standard Goats comp.
Yeah, I feel like they could probably replace the Moira with the Roadhog, so it'd be just more reliant. It's like more reliant on the damage and focusing them down before they take
brute force.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would say that ANU should have instead run the Soldier instead of McCree for the more consistent damage at this point, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, definitely hard.
ANU is speed boosting, going straight through. Yep, going right through Hotel, it looks like.
Well, Zenyatta's getting a bit split from the
Wrapped
team.
around.
Gonna get caught out.
Nobody's been caught out yet. Oh, yeah, it looks like ANU has actually been able to deal with this Ghost comp.
The Diva getting a little bit split, getting killed pretty early off the bat. And even though Zenyatta was stood off, it took quite a while to finish him off.
BB failed at their Ghost comp this time. They weren't able to stay close together like they should have. And instead they, because a Goats comp is meant to have like heals all close together, they've all got pretty close range heals. The second that they got separated is the second that they're going to be in trouble. We see McCree going to face the Brigitte and the Zarya. That seems like a very dangerous idea.
Yeah.
BB has managed to get a tick.
Very surprisingly, letting them hold the point. And then another one, the Riptide comes out, and it picks up a double kill.
Double kill, but has BB managed to take... They've got the spawn advantage. ANU might have stabilized if they retake point now. Yep, they've gone on with trance. ANU seem to have managed to keep this fight alive. VV Corp has captured more than 3/4 of the point.
Yeah, I feel like ANU didn't give VV a bit too much space on the point, but
there wasn't much. Yeah, there wasn't too much of an option in that situation there.
Definitely.
ANU was too split up. They let McCree go and take on the Zarya, and
both teams having a bunch of bolts at the disposal. Grab comes out and a nice,
it's a
nice cleanup.
Lucio's left alone. If he can escape, that's good. If he can't, then it's a big stagger on BB's next attack. Looks like Lucio has managed to make it out. He's got down barrier for next fight. That's going to be an integral ult to be able to get his team on point to be able to get that last tick.
They also have a Diva Bomb and Zarya coming up. If they break the shield, it'll be a nice little combo they can pull up and try and get it.
They've got the Reinhardt. ANU has also main tank, and there's another
two-man
tire. That seems to have saved the point once again.
Once
Zab
again,
is pulling out the
forcing
big tires. But ANU has now only got one ult and a trance coming in. Ooh, Grav is looking pretty close as well. VV has 3 ults.
They only have 1 minute.
Coming in with the... Oh, they've grabbed them off a point. VV almost C9, managed to C9 it. The Diva Bomb was huge, it got free. And VV might have taken this point. ANU is left down to a single healer and DPS. And that's the cleanup. VV has managed to capture first one King's Row.
Yeah, that Diva Bomb was huge, even though Angie traded with a double kill McCree that time, still wasn't enough to really like set it apart their time.
Key feature is that VV had the better spawns from the start,
Yeah, definitely.
so seeing as it was going to a trade fight, VV would have eventually won. It was very close.
Yeah, definitely. ANU definitely has both the Zarya and Rhino, so they can try and hold them at the next little choke point.
Yeah, holding them at the corner here would be pretty advantageous for them, but they seem to be giving them until the next corner.
Yeah.
Trying to separate them from the Mega, I'll just see. And here comes the Shadow. Oh, it's huge, it clicks
Huge
3.
Shadow.
3 down. And the grab, that might have been a bit of a pointless one. Only got Diva in it. But ANU has taken this fight quite convincingly. They are now 90%. They've got Trance coming in for the next fight. They've got Junkrat Tire and they've got Valkyrie. High Noon isn't looking too far off as well, but VV is also got 3 ults coming in with Sound Barrier to bring them in. Got Visor as well, which ANU has chance to test that. Pharaoh is playing on the corners here, trying to build up that ult. Here comes Sound Barrier, they're going to push in. Both the support ults have been pushed, popped.
Oh, and 5-6 builds another Earth Shadow in such a little time.
Yes, but ANU has used both their DPS ults in that fight. But now they're leading into next fight with both Valkyrie and Shatter.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for VV as they used a decent amount of supportive ults for that fight.
Yeah, without the support ults, they're not going to have much of a chance to be able to push in if Visor is able to get a big Shatter off. But they are running they've got the Visor and the Shatter of their own, as well as the Barrage coming in.
Oh, nice.
It was countered by a beautiful ult by Pharaoh there. Wisteria collects 4. And VP has won this fight. Managing to and they're definitely going to be able to push it to the 3rd checkpoint.
Wisteria coming in clutch with a very well placed Pharaoh ult, picking up 4 kills. Pretty much changing the pace of the fight in their favor. This is looks like it's a 2nd point cap for the contest here.
Diva Bomb comes in, it's gonna looks big, it collects 2, and the Visor has also come in. This might be an premature use of the Visor, not gonna collect anything. But the Mercy and the Zarya has become collateral of that, but both Reinhardt and Junkrat are trapped on this small mini on the right side.
Yeah. Soldier, maybe he's going very aggressive into the enemy spawn.
And looks like Staggers are coming in right now. Oh, there's a grab has selected 3 people from Aaron. And ANU has once again managed to stabilize somehow.
I feel like BB might have played a bit too aggressive.
They went a bit too far up. They didn't, and they managed to separate themselves off from the heals, it seems. Saw a few too many tasty treats hiding on the far left side of the point, and they weren't able to quite reach them in time.
Yeah. Looks like the switch coming into Anna and Genji coming in as well. I feel like they're going to be kind of bang on the Genji ult, but Pharaoh coming in big with another huge Pharaoh ult.
Once again, a huge one, but he loses life, gets res right up in return. Seems like BB might actually be able to push it and complete King's Row. ANU is trapped in spawn behind Winston. Winston is trapped in... Got McCree right at a point. Oh, and a beautiful block by Doomfist. And like that, BB has managed to complete the whole of King's Row. Even though they only push it in overtime.
From a very weak first point, they managed to push it all the way though, so that was pretty good on their part.
That was very impressive. A few clutch ults coming in at times, but they seeing as they managed to complete it, you can't knock their methods. And it seems like VV has chosen to keep with the Pharah, as ANU does not seem to have dealt with it well enough.
Yeah, the Pharaoh has played such a big role, getting massive barrages off on ANU.
Oh, actually it seems like they might not have chosen it. ANU is choosing, looks like they're going for a dive composition. They've got the Zenyatta still and the sorry, she's dead in the current comp, I can't remember her name. But because Mercy's healing has been nerfed from 60 down to 50 HP per second, she isn't seen as much in proper comp. But looks like VV is running double main heals, along with a Reinhardt and a D.Va, not the standard tank composition you would like to see on this map, but they are running triple tanks. And only a Sombra for damage, so VV might be lacking damage off this first point. Hopefully they can make it up with with their sheer point presence, while as ANU is running the dive composition with Pharah, which, looking at VV's current comp, they might struggle with.
I feel like what ANU is trying to go for is a standard dive coming in from both like the ground and air, getting pressure from there. But VV's I think is trying to hold on to like until they get the Zarya ult and the Sombra ult, so they can pull up as many combos as they can.
Looks like Kazook Kid has been found as Sombra. He's been forced to use his translator and move back. Looks like they're wrapping around the far back of the point. Got Monkey going on to Mega. Sombra is hiding on behind the Monkey. Monkey's getting peppered. D.Va has now been hacked. D.Va is now going to be a massive source of ult charge if they and a huge weakness for the team if they're able to kill it. But the Pharah has been doing too much work. They have no way to deal with the Pharah, and as such, Pharah is just pushing out that damage.
So with a comp from like VV's, I feel like the D.Va actually has to either focus on attacking the people on the high ground or blocking Pharah's damage, which I don't think she did either. So that just let Pharah have free reign over the rest of the lane.
Free reign, and now Pharah has a barrage coming in. Oh, Pharah has been focused down at least.
Yeah.
It seems like Wisterios trying to show his aerial superiority on his own Pharah.
Yeah.
Once again, Monkey has been hacked. He's going to be pushed down, and out comes the EMP a little early, it seems, because they have not even managed to push it past the first choke. But this might be a good place to hold for VP. This is a strong choke to hold them past.
Yeah, I feel like VP is just using the Sombra ult to try and play around the choke pretty much.
But VV seems to be a little bit too deep at the moment.
Yeah. And that was one of their mistakes in the offense, where they went a bit too deep and ultimately got punished for it. Yeah.
So ANU is working here with almost 5 ults right now, while VV only has the D.Va bomb online. So this might be a sure push. If they commit too hard, VV is definitely going to lose. Out comes the barrage. Now the D.Va bomb. The D.Va bomb collects the Mercy. That is a huge pick. No res. And out comes the Blade 2. 3 ults. That's fine. VV throws up their own D.Va bomb. Collects nothing, and looks like the Genji Blade has managed to collect a lot. But ANU has used 5 ults in the process. Leaving the... looks like they've left the baby D.Va to stagger her a bit longer. But smart thing is Doomfist has gone back on point to contest, forcing them to have to kill him early, but it's still a massive stagger.
Yeah.
Oh, Farah, Kazukid managed to sneak behind, like data bound on the Farah. He's coming back onto point. He looks like he's trying to get a pick on the Zen, probably. No, he attacks the D.Va. D.Va's now.
I can D.Va so Farah could probably pull her barrage off without any exceptions and...
But the only problem with Farah's barrage is if it comes to a sitting duck, it doesn't manage to get one. But looks like they're able to stabilize after that. They did lose the Sombra, but Sombra has EMP for next fight. Look, and she'll probably get there before the ANU is able to make their next fight.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the Sombra play had the right like decision, but just Farah had not the best positioning to get a
Farah is too open in that position there, and able to be just bursted down. ANU still hasn't changed off their comp from the start here. They seem to think it's working. Sombra gets intercepted in her hack, is forced to use her EMP prematurely, and ANU seems to be looking to clean up this fight. The Blade has collected, the Genji has collected 4 picks actually, and like that ANU has managed to collect the 3rd checkpoint.
Sav just making work of their backline. No one to stop him pretty much.
Yes, that's the trouble with running 2 double main heals, is that they have nothing to deal with no defensive ults to come in when they need to. So Genji has free reign whenever he pulls out his blade. There's nobody who can say no, you're not good at doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Brigade is getting pulled out, because they need an answer for the Genji running off.
The only problem is that her ult itself doesn't directly deny the blade.
Yeah.
And if she misses the shield bash, then there's nothing to stop the blade at all. So.
That's the downside, I guess.
Ooh, what a beautiful buzzball by Fizy to stop that barrel, but sadly that meant he traded his life away, and ANU has been cleaned up. Forced to retreat. We've got Erin trying to get back her mech. Oh, 90 pretty much got it back. So right now VV doesn't seem to have any long range damage, which could mean that ANU might be able to, if ANU changes up their comp at all, they might be able to deal with this a bit more. Out comes another blade. Oh, he gets stunned by the McCree, but sadly that he wasn't able to follow it up. And another high noon, not able to be stopped. And out comes the D.Va bomb. And how many ults was that? That's all of ANU's ult bank?
Pretty much all of the ults. ANU, I feel like, is just doing so much better with their ult usage. Oh, not ult usage, the ult coordination. Just every time they use the ult, it seems like they've been winning the fight. Whereas when VV does it, it's like, it's a toss-up if they will win the fight or not.
VV is forced to go with stall comp right now, which is good for stalling the point for longer, but bad because now they're not going to have any ults to be able to clean up any fights coming up. So yeah, VV has swapped onto the Mei and Hammond. Now they will be lacking damage. Here comes the first pick of the fight. No res to clean that up. 2 picks gone down. VV is looking a little bit shaky right now. And there goes. That was a huge Idun. Able to clean up the fight. And 4 kills. ANU has managed to complete King's Throw with. How many minutes left? Sorry, I didn't see that.
I feel like it's around 1 minute. I didn't really catch it either. But the Idun was actually boosted up by Mei's wall and allowed him to get an angle on for 4 kills or 3 kills. That was pretty insane. Like, oh, they were exactly 1 minute. Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty clutch push there. Able to get 1 minute left and not able to be able to deny VV second attack, but also to give them a chance to give them their second attack as well.
Yeah. looks like Vivi probably needs to try and change up the comp a little, deal with the Pharaoh more, because Pharaoh was definitely the main threat on the first point when they were defending before. So let's see if Vivi will do anything to change it up.
Looks like they're looking to run a Pharaoh of their own. Both sides had trouble dealing with the Pharaohs at all stages in this comp. The Pharaohs were doing a lot of work at both times. Like, we had Wisteria's 4-man ult earlier on during the VV push.
Yeah.
And we had Databound, like, pretty much uncontestably able to complete the first point. Oh, and VV has sadly not managed to choose their heroes in time. They're running pretty late into point, not able to set up like they would have wanted to.
I think the comp that they're running is, I think it's purely focusing the Pharaoh down. They have Bastion, they have Orisa, they have Soldier, and they have Diva, so...
Oh no, Soldier's killed himself!
Oh, you hate to see it happen. But, Wisteria does pick up the Mercy in return, so... That is a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Soldier gets back to the point pretty fast as well.
Mara has been focused down. Very well done, but it looks like she's going to get regged up right away. Yes, she does. And the Bastion has been forced to move. Now that the dive is able to come up, a massive anti-nade has come out as well. And looks like VV is just going to be cleaned off the point now.
Yeah, good coordination on that dive, focusing the main threat with Pharaoh right away. And now they'll need a miracle to hold it.
And it doesn't look like one's about to show itself. And that's ANU. ANU takes King's Row. That was a very good match there. Look, there were mistakes on both teams. Neither team was able to deal with the Pharaoh properly, and it was evident throughout the whole game there.
Definitely. Oh, this is the trio that was elevated.
Oh.
Had a perfect thing going on with him. What can you do?
That was unfortunate for the Neon for VV there, accidentally aiding in the enemy's ult usage.
Yeah.
But that was a very exciting round there. Both teams managed to fully complete King's Row.
Genius is finally recognized.
And look at that damage that Zev was able to pick up on a Junkrat. A whole 30% of the team damage. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, definitely. He did put in a lot of work on both Genji and Junkrat. And honestly, probably winning AU some of the points because of his Genji ults.
I would like, if I was to give either team any suggestions for next fight, next map is first for VV. I would say they need to actually have a defensive ult for the next fight. They didn't have any strong defensive, maybe Zenyatta or something like that to deny the blade. They were both they were running two main healers. So even though they were able to pump up a lot of healing, they just weren't able to deny any of those ults that could potentially wipe a team.
Yeah.
Whereas ANU seems to have need to switch things up a little bit sooner. They stuck on a dive comp even for longer than they should have, even though they did manage to eventually make it work.
Yeah, I found like they found what worked for them, and then they just played around that pretty much. Big mistake from VV though. Last game, bit too late to the point to set up with the Bastion Orisa.
I was very unfortunate for that one. Just weren't able to get there in time to be able to deal with the comp.
Yeah. What they did really well was, I thought, they coordinated dive on Bastion, taking out the main threat, like as soon as they could. And that pretty much opened the whole fight for them.
Yeah, they were able to break through. Like Bastion, as you would normally see, is an anti-dive sort of hero.
Yeah.
And by running them, like Bastion can pump up a lot of damage, but the only thing is he has to be still. So if you're able to, like, just prevent him from being able to get healing while doing the damage, then he's just going to fall apart. He's a glass cannon if not dealt with properly. So let's look at the team comps here. We see VV running the Zarya Reinhardt, pretty standard comp there. We've got the Lucio Moira, pretty good healing comp there. And the Genji Reaper. So it looks like VV is going to try and go for a more of a death ball sort of comp. with Genji going for flanks, while as Anyu is running a similar sort of heals, but not the Lucio. So Vivi is going to be able to make it to point faster.
I feel like ANU's pulling it off better though, because their DPS utilizes the shields better, whereas Vivi has to get their DPS has to get real close to them.
Yeah, but Vivi doesn't seem to be taking advantage of their shields as much, like with their DPS comp. Reinhardt has gone in really deep there, but luckily he was able to be saved by the healers. Genji got shut down by the Kree on the Enu side. Looks like Physique has gone super deep there and gotten picked off. Anu has let the point go though. Even though they won the fight, Vivi has managed to get some precious percentage up right now.
I didn't even notice that Vivi was on the point until they capped it.
That was pretty impressive. They managed to get Anu chasing those kills too much, and didn't bother to prevent the point from being captured. So Vivi has gotten a free 12% off during that first fight.
Yeah. Junkrat on this map, in this part of the Lee Jung Tower in particular, is very strong because of the tight choke points from this point. So I feel like it's going to be...
Reaper may be very good on control maps, but Junkrat's just going to prevent him from getting close.
Yeah,
Out comes a high noon, the shield's about to break. And another uncontested high noon. Anu once again is on this.
They're just building the ult super fast. They're not giving Vivi the opportunity to build theirs as fast.
Vivi potentially needs to change up something in this team. Oh, Moira, the DPS Moira has come up. Look at those kills. Moira in the kill feed.
Moira was always a DPS with just extra healing pretty much.
Vivi seems to be trying to go in before, but they're all ready though.
Yeah, that's true. And then they also... Oh, looks like we have a pause coming out. I feel like Vivi, their comp right now is a bit too... It's like... too indecisive pretty much. They're running Genji and Reaper, which is more close combat and dive. But they're also running Ryan Zara, which is more death ball and long range pressure.
Yeah, like what Anu is running here is both the Junkrat and Visaria. So what Vivi relies on is being close together for both the heals and to be able to be behind the shield at this point. That just the Zarya and the Junkrat are just able to keep on bursting them down if they're just all together. Just so much damage is coming up that there's nothing that Vivi can do.
Yeah, definitely. And
Anu is coming into this fight with 5 ults.
Nearly 6, as Databound's been showing that he builds it really fast.
But Vivi is looking pretty high on the ult percentage of their own. If they're able to run the Genji Blade to force the trance and then have that Zarya ult coming right out, they might be able to win this point pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what they'll probably need to do. Bait the Zenyatta Transcendence or kill Zenyatta before they engage. The Zarya ult's pretty much like the glue of
a massive shadow has come out from this.
There's Genji Blade coming out, and
Zen, quick reaction from Zen and Vivi. Both the Sound Blade and the Genji ult came out at the same time.
My ultimate is also
Can Vivi manage
winning this fight though?
The Moira is managing to carry this fight.
My ultimate is ready.
Will the Moira win this fight for the Vivi? Both teams have fully come back in. High Noon has come out. Both the grabs have come out as well.
Oh, nice little stun, opening up the shield from Reinhardt. Allows them to clean up.
A great charge by Disc. Looks like Vivi has already lost this fight.
I feel like the comp wasn't the best to play against the ANU ones, and also their ult coordination was a bit lacking. They only ever used their ults like sort of in junction near the end.
The the sound blade and blade, the sound barrier and blade was a pretty good thing, but sadly they still had the trans when they decided to use that, so
Yeah.
it was pretty much wasted.
Good on Catnip for holding the trans until he heard the Genji although.
Quick reactions from a Zen player.
Yeah.
In this situation, what would you think would be the better comp to run against ANU?
I probably would have either try to mirror them or go for probably a dive. Because I feel like if they go fit one or the other, or like if they go try and fit both of the same one, then it would be a bit messy.
And looks like VV actually knew what you were going to say. They have run a dive and they have cleared a point instantly. A team kill comes out. What a beautiful play.
Before the point even unlocks as well.
Looking at the Tracer going all the way up to this enemy spawn. This is a dangerous place to be.
It looks like ANU's changing theirs up to a dive as well. But I feel like McCree might be a bit vulnerable, but I feel like it's fair to deal with it. As I said, it makes me eat my words. Picks off the Winston.
Ooh, a good stun by the McCree, but sadly wasn't able to collect the headshot. Still, looks like ANU has managed to clean up this point once again.
Yeah, he's just making me eat my words. Makes sense, he used to against both the Tracer and Purple. And then we also have the Dupius to add in extra pressure that's outside of the McCree.
Looks like... McCree is an anti-dive hero, as they like to say. Even though he isn't the most meta hero right now in the season,
Yeah.
he's still pretty strong against dive comps.
And I think Kazukid's pulse bomb was eaten by Diva as well, so that's one ultimate that BB has.
Ooh, the Pharaoh has come out once again by Wisteria, collecting a huge picks there, both the McCree and the Moira. Olympus is coming in at the back, forced to use trance. Can ANU win this fight? Both the Diva bombs at once, and looks like BB's Diva bomb is the bigger one.
I think ANU's just trying to contest the score as long as they can. And push that job. It looks like they're holding pretty well.
That's a very good stagger from ANU right now. They've collected a whole extra 20% from this from when they lost the fight. Like Zenyatta's come back onto the point as well. Like VV isn't able to complete the point yet. ANU is just collecting more percentage. A whole extra 30% has come on.
Oh, and Kazuki just beating himself into the McCree.
Another big power play by Wisteria, but is it enough?
I feel like it is a bit of a waste to use it.
Yeah, it's way too early there.
Yeah.
ANU hasn't even gone in, so they're not even staggered properly.
Yeah.
But looks like VV has managed to do a lot better against on this point. Oh my
Coming
god!
in with a massive snipe.
This Snipe Yato. What?
Yeah.
Oh, the high noon has come up, collects nothing, but still. VV has managed to click up three picks from his fight already.
Yeah, Zenyatta's just doing so much damage as well. So he's got the Pharaoh before and Tracer and Winston.
Where's up? Doesn't seem like VV's able to do anything against this. Zenyatta has just single-handedly taken out half the team.
Nah, it's just the ploy, you know, to make you think that McCree and Dupius are the real DPS, but in fact it was just casual. Flicking his head.
Are we sure we haven't accidentally gotten Jonak into this game?
Yeah. Oh,
That was a huge pick. But BB does have the res, but I think BB wasn't able to get it.
Yeah, I think he fell onto the other side.
Unfortunate. And it looks like ANU is able to out-trade this fight because BB was missed half of the main heals just then.
Yeah.
Oh, and once again, BB has been separated from the healers. That looks like looks like the reason why VV lost this fight is because of an unfortunate set of circumstances, but it was a very good fight on both teams just then.
I feel like as the game goes on, it shows more that VV is like playing a bit too aggressive sometimes, and they often separate themselves and stagger themselves up because they play a bit too aggressive. It's shown on King's Row and on the second half of League Jump, where they pushed the wheel close to their spawn and wasted a lot of ultimates there.
Zenyatta seemed to be very knowledgeable about his sightlines during this fight as well.
Yeah,
Look at this
definitely.
Pharah play. But like, ANU wasn't just like neither team knows how to deal with the Pharah properly.
Yeah, but it still worked out in the end for ANU though.
What to be
So
expected.
maybe they
Both
just
team.
they just have catnip focus.
You know, just get rid of one of the DPS. Just run Zenyatta. Just run catnip on Zenyatta.
Yeah, catnip on Zenyatta. Pretty much, huh?
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Oh, why is it?
It must have been a mistake there. They
Yeah.
they've returned. If we were to analyze Catnip's play on Zenyatta there, at the start of the fight he was able to get a good sightline on the Pharah, who wasn't actually paying any attention at all, and just was
Yeah.
able to get the clicks off on the head.
I think he wasn't expecting like Zenyatta of all people to be there to get him, but
It couldn't have looked like he was actually not paying much attention at that point in time.
yeah,
thinking that it was
definitely.
safe. He
Yeah,
unfortunately got into a very obvious sightline and was just deleted at that point in time.
yeah. Catnip putting in a lot of work in the second half. And then in the first half, I think it's just I feel like their comps have always like VV's comps have always been like it's not the most meta. They could have changed a few things to make it like more optimized. Whereas like ANU always had a team comp that was like cookie cutter. Like it's you see it everywhere pretty much.
Yeah, ANU likes to run those proper comps that you just see that the pros run, and has just been practicing that all this time. While VV just seems to play what they're best at.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be able to cut it against the proper meta comp at the moment.
Yeah, and it does show when ANU play. Like they play a lot more coordinated than the other team as well. It looks a lot very practiced compared to VV, which is just like play your strengths and hope like certain people can like carry with those strengths, etc.
I mean, Wisteria has been pulling out a lot of huge plays this game, but unfortunately, one player is hard pressed to carry a whole team.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like VV is going to Nepal, which is another
Numbani.
that's not Nepal. Hold on. Which is another.
Oh wait, no, we are in Nepal.
Hill.
Oh wait, they did say Nepal.
They did say, yeah.
Oh, that's my bad.
Another Kimberly Hill map, so they didn't look too good on Lijiang, but hopefully, maybe they learn from the mistakes, change a little bit of things up, and maybe they can show us something different.
They were very strong on King's Row, and it was much closer on that one. So
yeah,
it makes you think why they didn't choose another hybrid map.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're on the Pulse Sanctum right now. Once again, this map is very prone for the boops.
Yeah, from my knowledge, Orisa Roadhog very strong on this map just because of the environmental kill potential, and Lucio as well.
Yeah, it's a very strong map to run both the Orisa and the Lucio here. So we're probably going to see that from both teams. Looks like Wisteria is once again running the Pharah. Let's see if ANU is able to deal with it. ANU has the McCree again. The Junkrat, the Lucio. Yes, both teams have a Lucio. Both teams have a Moira. which means that there's going to be a lot of heals coming in as long as they're stuck together, which both Pharah and Junkrat will thrive for that close proximity of players.
So I feel like Kazuki's pick with the Tracer, it's a little bit awkward because there's so much like backline threat on ANU. Like there's the Roadhog, there's the Creed, there's the Junkrat. It's gonna be hard to even get past the shield as well. Whereas
Running a Tracer into that comp is going to be dangerous.
yeah, definitely.
But
He's looking for the flank though.
let's see if Kazukid's able to make her see that once.
Yeah.
Wisteria
nice.
gets the first pick on the
Wisteria.
main healer. That is a huge pick. The McCree has been focused down. Looks like this is like BB's point for the taking. Roadhog is gone next. Yep. And this is BB's point. Junkrat gone. Lucio just trying to like stall the point for a bit longer before inevitably falling to his death. Yep.
I feel like apart from the Moira's death, I feel like they didn't really move as a group to the shield, but so McCree got split off and just got like pretty much kicked off with no defensive tools going.
Oh, now ANU has switched to the triple healer comp, running with the Brigitte. Looks like Tracer is going to have a very hard time penetrating this comp now. Free has put all of his tension onto the Tracer now. So now Pharah has free reign actually. So maybe this was a good choice for VP just to run the Pharah and Tracer. McCree's unable to focus both of them. And because of that, ANU doesn't have any chance to deal with the Pharah.
So we see the switch coming off Orisa to Winston in I think a hopes for like a pseudo dive comp because they're still running the Brigitte and McCree. So if the tanks dive in, they're not gonna have the most damage to back it up.
So like Kazuka's got a force bomb charged up. Who's he going to stick it on? Monkey has come in to chase him. Oh, he has been chased. Oh, and yep, he was stuck in that room. Nothing.
Pretty much become a Korean Brigitte.
Everything came towards him. It was unfortunate for him. Oh, got about stuck in the corner with the Diva bomb, and it's a massive one.
You hate to see it happen. Gets his ultimate eaten, and then he just gets pressed into the corner with the Diva bomb in his face.
Nothing he could have done. And ANU is forced to reset. Are they going to make it in time though? Lucio's going back to collect the team. Is this BB's map? It looks like it's BB's map.
Yeah,
ANU's not going to get touch in time. And it was a very good round by BB that time. ANU
did played a lot better.
They made the Pharaoh work much better than they did last time.
Yeah.
Running it with the Tracer seems to have been a good idea. ANU doesn't want to go with that double hit scan at the moment.
Yeah, I think one of the threats on the second half of Legion last time was Zenyatta, and then I feel like because Catnip was put on Lucio, there's not as much threat for Pharah to get damage boosted and like just get bursted down. Because McCree by himself it's gonna be hard to just pick off the Pharah if he's getting conquered by Mercy. So
yeah, McCree is one of the better options to deal with Pharmacy, but it's not a good option if you're just going to get dived and taken out, because McCree has no sustain.
Pretty much. And you see the Ana coming out now from ANU.
As well as a Pharmacy of their own.
Trying to deal with the Pharah, and it may come in for VV. A bit of a neat pick.
Unless Wisteria is able to deal with the Pharaoh on his own, and BB has no options to deal with it. And it looks like ANU is going to be the first to capture here.
Yeah, I feel like after switching off the Tracer into a mage, they lacked a lot of consistent damage. The damage was more like requires map uptime.
ANU there forgot to capture the point, so they've lost some precious percent just then.
The precious 2%. But it might be the deciding factor.
It might be. Well, BB seems to have switched off from their weird May pick, knowing that they don't have that option anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was sort of like a surprise pick to try and catch him off guard, but looks like ANU was ready for it.
And looks like Zavon McCree there is cleaning up a lot of, doing his job, getting those picks. BB might need to try and stay up here.
Yeah, Zav having a lot more room to breathe with the open space as well, and especially with the threat of like Hoops and Tracer gone.
Not able to run that. The Pharaoh, this is once again one of those truly Pharaoh dominated maps, but so if you're not able to run a good counter to Pharaoh, you're doomed to fail. And looks like this one, the monkey there, has gone in too deep and has been picked.
Anabu's coming out on number 3 and he's just clicking heads right now, and Heinrich's coming on. I feel like it's a bit of a waste, but you know.
And you know they have has space right now. They don't feel like they've got any pressure on them at all. Got the honor to deal with the Pharaoh as well.
They've got a huge Sandy and an ult economy as well. BB not really. BB has quite a lot of ults coming out, so we'll see how they use it to their advantage. I think they can take the point and flip it back, but they don't have much time as it's nearing 95%.
Girl comes in. It was big. It got the mercy, and looks like this is.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a C9, but David just makes it on.
And ANU has cleaned off the point once again with the final team kill.
Yeah. And also, VV also has 3 ults in the disposal. I feel like they took a bit too much time to set up everything.
With Stereo and the Pharaoh, I wasn't able to get into a position he wanted to do to be able to use that ult, it seems.
The point is probably the best place to fight a Pharaoh because it's so close and it's to fly at 10 level pretty much. So good on ANU for hanging around the point a lot as well.
You're not denying Pharaoh a lot of her utility there.
We see the Hammond coming out, probably just to do a few spins around the point.
So VV is now running the triple tank.
Oh,
No, double tank. They're running a pseudo dive, but with a Reinhardt.
yeah, I feel like it would have been better with Winston, but it is very interesting indeed. We'll see how they pull it off.
And once in the end, they've still got the ANU still has the Pharah, but they were able to deal with it this time. There's a lot of damage coming in from ANU right now.
Zav's just putting in so much work. Mercy just pretty much has the damage boost on McCree at all times. It's pretty much like guaranteeing that.
So much damage coming out of McCree right now.
Oh, and
that was a good reflect.
That's one of the disadvantages of getting damage is you screw yourself faster as well.
Looks like this is going to be his ANU's point first tank once again. So much damage coming out from ANU, and there's nothing that VV is able to do right now. But they have the blade coming in for the next fight. No defensive ults from ANU, so maybe this could be a big blade.
ANU does have 5 ults though, so they can.
5
ults coming from ANU. That is going to be quite the dangerous situation that VV is currently in.
I think that was a big mistake by. It was a fat finger by Doomfist that just pops the ult right in front of the spawn. I'm not sure if they've given up already. Oh, see, took a while to get back into his neck. Yeah, now they only have the Genji Blade and Anabu, so we'll have to go for a nice barrel.
He got interrupted though. Now it looks like there's another cleanup. 2 ults have been used by ANU. Still 3 to go.
ANU just cleaning up, just dominating VV at this point. It looks like VV had nothing they could do to answer.
If you're in VV's position here, what would you decide to change?
Honestly, it's hard to say because I feel like the McCree's just doing so well. I feel like they should just run a proper full dive with Winston and then full dive with But that being said, Sav is just picking heads and just putting out so much damage.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I would almost say that VV should have changed from full dive at the first start here.
Yeah.
The McCree's what's doing a lot of the damage. They should have they needed to have actually tried to break through here a bit more. But looks like this is going to be ANU's point once again.
And I think that is the game pretty much. VV does have a double hit scan, I think, for the Pharaoh.
Oh wait, VV might be able to retake this. There's been a lot of work done. Is this the last minute take? What a clutch capture.
Don't call it a comeback, as they say. But looks like VV's running a double hit scan now. I feel like they identify Pharaoh as the main threat.
Which both teams should have done
ages ago, yeah.
done. Pharaohs have been dominating this comp so far.
But the problem with running double hit scan is heroes like D.Va just counter you so hard. It's really annoying to deal with. Pharaoh gets picked off, and it's definitely showing that it's working.
ANU seems to be a little bit confused right now.
Yeah.
Looks like Fizik still going strong. A massive anti-nade has come in. He's pushing them all off point, and he's fallen off point.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
I don't think that was the right person coming off the face, but yeah, VV is just doing so well now, just kicking up kills left and right, and forcing ANU to switch up their comp a little as well.
They now know that the Pharaoh is not going to work as well. Switch to both the Doomfist and the Genji. Going to try and dive onto point. ANU does have the nano boost coming in though, so maybe they might try, because they don't have as many defensive ults, nanoing Monkey onto point might actually
Oh, huge fire grenade from Anna. Doomfist gets powered up, but a nano boost with Doomfist is very
scary thing, but the nano visor has come in as well. The Kazoo Kid picks up two. One including the Met, and so it also comes in the High Noon. ANU seem to have lost this point. They've been cleaned off. This is all VVs. Dev has managed to get on net just before the timer ran out.
They're desperately trying to hold on for his team to come back.
There was one pick by by ANU there, but as if that's not enough to be able to turn this back around, and VV has cleaned Nepal.
What a comeback. Halfway through that third round, it just looked like there was nothing that VV could have done. They were just like...
That was an insane last capture by VV. What a spectacularly well played execute fight at the very end there.
Surrender to my will.
Forcing the Pharaoh to switch off definitely turned the game in their favor as well.
And VV shows us exactly what how we needed to run this, how we needed to play this time against the Pharah. We need to stop the Pharah in the tracks.
Pretty much.
So
there was just so much pressure on her that was pretty much forced to switch to Doomfist.
And as such, VV has now managed to pick up a point on their own, so it's no longer just ANU on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Question is, what's the next map to come up? I believe it's ANU who's choosing now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's loser's pick, so it would be ANU's pick this time. Looks like they're going with Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Watchpoint Gibraltar, ooh.
So maybe we'll see some Widowmaker Hanzo action here as well. Widowmaker being very strong on the first few points of this map.
So let's see if they're able to run what they're going to run on these comps. I'm expecting that there's going to be a dive on whoever's attacking at first, but you can almost guarantee that at least one of the teams is going to run a Widowmaker on. Yeah,
definitely. This map is just great for Widow. Long sight lines and just very difficult for characters to get close.
And I bet I can guarantee you one thing here, that ANU was going to run Brigitte on their first attack.
Oh, okay. Got some insider info.
Yes, insider info right here. Because you've heard of the Brigitte bug, right?
Yeah.
You shield bash into the flail.
Oh yeah, yeah, the one that sends you just projects
Straight to the high ground. It is
Diving
quite,
brigade.
it is quite the crazy tactic to pull out here. And who's on defense? So who's attacking first?
I think it is
VV who's on the attack. So VV is running the Widowmaker, as expected.
Not a surprise.
But they're running double hit scan, as in Widowmaker McCree right now. Is this going to be their final comp?
Justice ain't gonna be
Well, it doesn't seem like that's the best option to run here.
I feel like what both teams are trying to do is make space, like have tanks make space for the hit scans to pretty much just go ham. On defense though, it's not as effective as the enemy has to come to you. So I guess that's why there's the McCree and Junkrat for the anti-dive. To finish off the tanks, then the hit scans just
Tell me
pretty
one
much
thing. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Yeah.
16-bit hero.
So Ainu's got to dive with have both the dive tanks. So Widowmaker's going to definitely get focused down pretty quickly.
All systems operational.
Yeah, so the only
Ready for
variants
combat.
in the team comps pretty much Widowmaker for Junkrat. Both have their pros and cons, Widowmaker being very strong on this map, but very susceptible to dives, while Junkrat is very good at anti-diving, but not having the longest range to...
Oh, and what a great first pick by VV there. But now that has been res right up, and they're still diving the high ground. This looks a bit dangerous for VV, and they've been cleaned off pretty quickly, sadly. It was a great opening pick by Kazukit. However, it's as what we would have expected to go on. Ainu has now managed to dive in. Oh, Physix has gone too deep. He looks like he's gone.
It was a bit too bloodthirsty just then, diving into right in front of the spawn, but
Well, Ainu might have, like VV might have the opportunity to be able to get some distance here now that Ainu has lost their main tank.
Aaron, she's going a bit too very questionable, just jumping down. Maybe that was a little bit of a mistake. That might cost them a few.
But both the Physix is playing pretty aggressive here right now, trying to make sure that the high ground is all ANU's, and they have managed to clean off VV's main tank on Bishk.
Both the tanks are doing very well, complementing each other in diving right now. There's not much to do against coordinated.
VV doesn't seems to want to also run that dive, but they don't have the coordination right quite yet. It seems to be Bisk dives in, then Doomfist dives in. There's no coordination that they need to be able to run a proper dive here.
nice headshot from Kazuki, forcing Physix to pop his ult. Physix does get the pick, and now I think Andy's gonna aggress, try and...
Throwing in all the ults just to hold right at the door.
Yeah.
Trying to get all those picks just to try and stagger it a bit further. Like Aaron just has managed to collect the Mercy before getting set and being forced to move back.
Was a good stagger as well. I feel like
a massive pick has come out
back
onto Catnip just then. This is a massive pick there. V has gotten a massive anti on the Mercy. But unfortunately Milo has played too aggressively and instead gotten himself killed, which is not what you want.
Diva picking with the Diva bomb, but very vulnerable in her mini Diva form, and just gets picked up by the Junkrat right behind her.
Oh, a sneaky flank by Databound on the McCree has collected the soldier, and now he's in a duel against the Ana. Both the Ana and the McCree have mercies. Who will win? Databound smartly decided to back off. You do not want to mess with Granny.
It's a fight that there shouldn't be any winners in the end.
Oh, a massive pick on the Mercy just then by Wisteria. Can this fight be won? And Amy does not have his main healer right now, but they have their trance.
Oh,
The nano, is this the nano visor? No, it's just a nano. Nano Soldier right now. McCree has been taken off during his high noon.
Kazuki gets hit by a stray bomb, and
Oh,
Zav picks
and
up
a
2 kills.
massive Junkrat play there.
30
Yeah.
seconds.
I think that jump play actually saved the point.
100%. That Anu was getting out traded just then, but Zev once again does the hero play and brings out his tire and just says, "Nope, this is my point."
Pretty much. It's been happening a lot this series, and AU has both their supporters in their bank, but whereas BB only has a McCree and a Soldier coming out. Not sure it's gonna do anything against the Transcendence. Nanaban gets a pick on McCree.
This looks like this fight looks pretty well concluded right now. ANU is just doing cleanup. And looks like ANU is going to hold first point on Gibraltar.
Yeah, you hate to see the car get held right there. It just feels really bad.
Score 0.
It felt like there was too much, there wasn't enough coordination on BB on this attack this time.
Yeah, I feel like I think I saw Wisteria after he got the pick on Mercy and Winston. He got a bit too aggressive. Walks pretty much like right to the backline. Just gets picked off then and there. And in the last fight, even he had the only ult, and I think Junket just happens to get pick him up before he could use it. So pretty much just shuts. Oh no, Databound picks him up and just pretty much shuts him out the whole fight. So it just became a 65. Yeah, it's hard.
Well, BV, what comp are we going to run now? ANU is running expected dive, trying to get that high ground.
Databound really loving the Doomfist, right?
Doomfist is one of those meta heroes right now, as long as you can play him well.
Yeah, definitely. Scales of skill, no matter what you meta, to be honest.
It doesn't look like ANU wants to. What? There's the Brigitte. ANU has the Brigitte out. Let's see if they do do it. Both teams are running a Brigitte of their own. We've got the Soldier, we've got the
Attackers incoming.
Hanzo, got
I
the.
feel like BV's Brigade is more anti-dive. Just to answer the most likely dive coming from ANU.
Doesn't seem like BV is going to hold on to the high ground at the moment.
Yeah.
They've got both the Hanzo and the Soldier peeking over the bridge right now. And oh, they got intel on 3 heroes. They got intel on the D.Va, the Brigitte, and let's watch this. Up, Brigitte has not managed to make her jump. But Doomfist went too deep, and he's been picked off pretty quickly. Now the monkey is also really deep.
The problem with Brigade on this map is if you lose high ground, then it's pretty much impossible for her to do KP. Like also if you miss your
Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Kazuki at the very end there, getting to D-Mech on the D.Va. Now she's not able to, now she's forced to be in either the baby form or switch off. And it looks like she is switched.
Are they running Bastion or Isocom, even though the car is so far away? It's a little bit dangerous.
Able to stop them from getting set up on cart, then BV might be able to take this pretty convincingly. But the Bastion seems to be getting a lot of the pocketing, as you would expect from a Bastion comp. Oh, 111 is going really deep there onto the Bastion. Traded there, but the Bastion was cleaned up by the D.Va in the end.
Valiant and Hanzo all coming out, I feel like just to deal with the Bastion. So now that those are out of the way, BB only has the D.Va bomb coming out. Unless that's
This is not your
that's the mech.
Unfortunately, neither team has any ults coming online except for ANU with their Valkyrie coming up. And the other band has been picked once again. But now Doomfist is traded his mech in return.
Oh, and a nice blinking Wisteria.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, you hate having to use
You get slept, then just as Bastion comes up, sets out like, you know what, I'm gonna blast you for a bit.
Yeah, D.Va not making the best places right in the middle of the enemy.
now they've managed to complete the pirate ship. Bisk, just, unfortunately, is only able to feed his life away to the Bastion. On cart, getting damage boosted. What can you do against that right now?
This is the comp that a lot of people struggle against. So once it's set up, it just.
Oh, Mercy has been picked by the Deeper Bomb. That is a huge pick, but the Nanovisor has come out. Oh, Nanovisor collects 2. Oh, he gets picked off by Kazuki on the beautiful shot. Brigitte has been trampled, has been picked. Diva playing very aggressively, and looks like ANU might clean up this fight now.
Victory.
And congratulations to ANU for taking this to OC Overwatch.
It's a clean 3-2-0 right now. But the question is, are they going to finish off the rest of the games? We see Zav and his mighty Doom Junkrat plays right here.
Are there more games after as well?
Oh, 35%. I don't know myself. It was a best of 5 tournament, so if people decide, they might decide to try and complete all of them.
The best of 5.
Oh, the best of 5 has been completed, but see if they want to keep them playing some more.
And it looks like
they've lost one.
already... Yeah.
Oh, there were an exciting 3 games there.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came and watched. Hope you enjoyed the series. Yeah, this is
looks like VV's ANU's asking if they want to do some more, but VV is just leaving, unfortunately. Oh well, it was well played on both sides.
Yeah, definitely well played from both sides. VV showing us that dreams do happen and comebacks can happen as well. And Eric has left. He's just out of here.
Just everybody's leaving right now.
Yeah. That was actually pretty interesting. I just saw a lot of clusterfuck.
Not the kind of it was always quite a pretty intimate game. The game just seemed to be like whoever could survive longest at each point in time.
Pretty much. Yeah.
War of attrition.
Thanks for, if Eric is still tuning in here, thanks for tuning into the stream. This has been Shenny and Zane casting.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Watching the OCEL League Grand Finals.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
All right. Take care.